Good morning. Welcome to Nkumba Eye, where we bring you interviews from different people, especially students of Nkumba University. So today our topic is we have seen the president of National Unity Platform fleeing from the country. So we want to know what are the thoughts of the people around there, around the country, around even especially the youth. What do they think about the Kyagulanyi Robert Ssentamu fleeing from the country? So in the studio today we have one of the political analysts, a product of Nkumba University. Let him say hi to you guys.
Hi, greetings to everyone that is watching us. My name is Rukundo Clinton Kamkama. I'm a Pan-Africanist, political analyst, among others. I'm pleased to be hosted on such a platform. People, please subscribe. Let's support young talents, especially these ones that are rising up, and they are providing platforms to everyone to have their say on social, political, and economic aspects. So please subscribe, share, and if you're willing to sponsor, come on board. We shall be able to see you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Clinton. So, what is your thought on the president of the National Unity Platform fleeing from the country?
Thank you so much for that question. Well, first of all, if Bob Wine going to self-imposed exile, as he said, it's really a very bad feature, especially in terms of internal democracy of the country. It shows that people are not free. People cannot exercise their democratic and political affiliations. So it definitely shows that internally we are not yet ready.
But then the way you're putting it, are you pushing it towards the government? Are you meaning people?
Definitely, the government is the major custodian of democracy, especially where our government, the one that we have here, has been here for 40 years. So any force that comes, say, what opposite, then you have to pay a very heavy price, and Mr. Kyagulanyi has paid for that. Yet, one of the achievements that Mr. Museveni claims to have brought this country is democracy, fair competition, and all that. But now, what is on ground definitely says something different.
But then we have seen the government saying that they weren't trying to arrest him. They weren't trying.
That's what the government tells you. But there's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. And of course, governments all over the world operate like that. But for us, it is a very special case. However, I want us to look at Bob Wine is freeing. I call it freeing because, as you see, the government did not want him as they claim. We've not seen any charges that are Bob Wine is being charged of since elections happened. It has a lot of implications, both on the opposition and several forces that are pushing to get that are pushing to have Mr. Museveni off power.
Yeah, but by the way, especially on the implications there. Eh?
Yes, I know.
What I want you to talk
First
about.
First of all,
is the youth what? The youth. Do you think the youth will still have any support of the opposition?
First of all, it demoralizes the mobilization efforts in opposition. We have a very big challenge that the opposition we have operates as Mr. Museveni. So Bob Wine has personalized the struggle. So with his absence now, I don't know when he will come back, but we pray he comes back soon because we need the fair competition.
If you have other opposition parties in the country, can they also stand?
No. We are talking about the current political trends. Which opposition party do we have that is an alternative? The alternative would be Dr. Kano Chiza Besigye. Where is he at? You know where he is. The other opposition political party that would head the struggle would be the FDC. But you know FDC now. I don't want to go into those details because it's quite absurd that FDC after 40 years after 20 years of leading the struggle, it was captured by the state. Of course, you know that. The listeners that are listening know what I'm talking about. So it is quite upset that Mr. Bobi Wine has left, and it's really has a very bad image to the opposition politics. But secondly, I want to applaud Bobi Wine for taking that step.
Okay.
You see, if you're pushing for a political change in African politics, especially where we have presidents that have been in power, for example, our president that has been in power for 40 years, you have to consider your personal security, because you cannot bring the change that you want if you don't consider your personal security. And of course, Mr. Bobi Wine's personal security has been at stake. Many opposition figures have perished. Most of them have died, especially those ones that have been keeping here. You can see that Dr. Kano Chiza Besigye is at Rizira. So can he lead the opposition now? He can't, because he's incarcerated. So Mr. Bobi Wine has to consider his personal security. But also again, Bobi Wine is playing politics of the politics of keeping himself safe to wait for the next person after Museveni, because he surely knows that Mr. Museveni.
The next person.
Yes, he surely knows he cannot defeat Mr.
But
Museveni.
then if you run away from your past, are you sure that it won't haunt you again? Like you're going to wait for the future, and what if the
no.
Politics
relies on realism. What is there now? Mr. Museveni has captured whatever forces that are in the country, the judiciary, the parliament. Of course, it's the head of the executive that is sorted. So you cannot use those avenues that have been captured by Mr. Museveni to gain power. You know, we've been pushing, especially us, me, and many opposition politics. We've been pushing for election reforms, because you cannot participate in an election that is supervised by electoral chairman who is appointed by Mr. Museveni. You see?
But then it is the government supposed to.
No. That's why you are putting for
elections, and
that's why we are
them.
pushing for electoral reforms.
Okay.
For example, if I can refer to one of our neighbors in Kenya, they have learned from the 2007 situation, where now people that are pushing, or people that want to be the head of elections, election management staff. People apply for such positions and they are vetted out. But here, it is Mr. Museveni who appoints the head of elections. For example, now Mr. Byabakama, the one that we have, was appointed by the president. So there's no sure you can use elections to defeat a person that is organizing elections.
Okay.
So Bobi Wine knows since now Museveni, because our president is aging, and he cannot defeat laws of nature. So he's looking at life post Museveni, which is very nearby, the way.
But then Museveni is representing NRM. What if NRM is able to put someone that is capable?
What is NRM? NRM is Mr. Museveni. I can tell you, if his own son, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, cannot trust or cannot push for NRM, you know, he has formed his own outfit, the PRU,
But he said
it
isn't a what? It is part of NRM. It is part of NRM.
No. It's part of NRM. Because the leader of NRM is still around. But I can tell you, NRM, if Museveni, God forbid, is no more, NRM would stop functioning from there. If his own son, the first son.
Those are Clinton.
No. I'm analyzing. People know this. If his own son, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, cannot trust the NRM party that has been keeping his father for 40 years, then whom am I, me Clinton, an outsider, to be part of the NRM? If a member of the first family cannot be part of the NRM, of course, Muhoozi knows that he cannot compete favorably in the NRM without his father.
Okay.
So, NRM is Mr. Museveni's establishment. And most of our political parties in Africa are like that. They are built about personality. Let me tell you, we were talking about Bob Wine freeing. Do you know there's many voices have been coming up at the Kavre, Kavre where no paid quotas are?
Yeah.
That since Bob Wine has gone into exile, now we should get a replacement for Bob Wine.
Of course. Now, how is he going to lead a party that he's no longer part of, like he's no longer in the country?
So, our politics is very dynamic, but also from a Pan-African point of view, following the trends that have been happening since post-independence Africa, we've seen that political changes inspired by people outside Africa are not benefiting the African people. So Mr. Bob Wine freeing, and of course he said when he was freeing, he said he's going to engage civil organizations that are outside Africa, that are outside Uganda, to bring a change in Uganda. But he forgets that those organizations, all such people that is going to engage, do not have a very good interest for Uganda in particular.
So
anything that happens, if we were pushing for a change, me personally, I've told you I'm part of opposition forces that wants to see this government off. So but I cannot support a modified change.
Clinton, can we come to this? Lastly, if you were in the shoes of Bob Wine, lastly, if you were in the shoes of Bob Wine, would you also flee to other countries, or you would still make a stand and stay? Like, because, okay, on the side of Besigye, I feel like by the time they captured him, he had already even gone out of the race of becoming a president. I remember they had already put some other leader there. I forgot his name, by the what is his name? The leader was there, FDC.
Is it Lukwago?
No, it wasn't Lukwago.
Amuriat?
Yeah, yes. It was Amuriat. So I feel like maybe they arrested him not because of politics, not because he was trying to run for presidency, but they were able to prove that he committed some crime while he was in Kenya. But that is not what we are on right now. Let us not go there because it might not end. I want to know, if you were in the shoes of Robert Kyagulanyi, would you flee from Uganda?
I would stay here because I've told you that it changes that have been inspired by people outside Africa in Africa have been a total fiasco for African people.